2 months ago, after a year-long journey to get low tier 3 in sword PvP, I'd finally achieved my goal. But then hundreds of people called me boosted, which if you don't know what that means you got a tier better than the skill you actually are. With people claiming that Marlow's tier list is boosted, this means that I also have to get low tier 3 in Lurrn's tier list now. However, this is going to be a lot harder as the testers in Lurrn's tier list are a lot more strict. It's also going to be hard to practice because at some point, fighting randoms in sword FFAs just isn't going to cut it for practice. So I need a surefire way to train efficiently, otherwise I won't be able to get low tier 3. Introducing Baby Avocado, a high tier 3 in sword who's extremely skilled at the game, and most importantly, has similar ping, meaning that he can help me refine and master my playstyle. So first off, I'm NA West, which means that I'm extremely high ping, about 100, when I'm playing on East servers such as MCPvP or Stray. This means that I take less knockback, but I also have delayed hits. So the first thing Baby Avocado taught me was to abuse my lack of KB, but to also pre-fire. Pre-firing is a strategy used by many skilled high ping players where you click before your opponent is in range. This is because due to ping delay, if you click when your opponent is in range, you won't be able to hit a perfect 3 block. So if you hit at the right timing just before they're in range, by the time your hit actually registers, you'll be hitting a perfect 3 block. Along with this, I also learned S holding, which is holding S before your opponent's sprint hits you, so that they have no chance to put you in a combo. And after changing some settings to improve my aim, I finally started getting better at the game. Oh, shoot. Oh. After a few long days of training, it was now time to test. However, there's a huge problem. My tester is Latte J. You might recognize him from my previous video where he tier tested me and gave me high tier 4. However, the main problem is he's a friend of my trainer, Baby Avocado, and that means he knows what I've been taught. And during the test, he ended up changing his playstyle completely to throw me off and counter my playstyle. And with my heart rate spiking and me being much more nervous than I had in my previous tier tests, I was gonna have to play the round of my life if I wanted to get low tier 3. Okay, yo, what the frick, I'm actually selling. Yo, that was sad. I actually just failed so hard. Oh, that's kind of weird. I should probably change servers. No! Oh my god, that was actually pathetic. Apparently, I'd already been guaranteed low tier 3 as I was allegedly at that skill already. However, I didn't want to go out like this. I'd been told that I needed 4 rounds and it just didn't feel right getting low tier 3 with only 3 rounds on the tester. I had to get that last round. I had done it. I had gotten low tier 3 in sword, and now nobody could call me boosted. However, quite honestly, that's just not gonna happen. No matter how many times I get low tier 3, somebody out there is still gonna call me boosted. That's why this is only the first part of my plan. If Marlow's tier list is boosted by 1 tier, then I'll just have to get high tier 3.